My takeaways from the readings are that confident communicators are basically somewhat better people to the people they interact with. They're more culturally aware, they think about what they have to say and how they want to say it, they understand ethics, and more. Speaking competency is about what you say and how you say it. Your tone, your attitude, your outward appearance are all important to that. What you say is what you prepare. What your aims are from a conversation and how the person you're talking to changes or how they react from what you say. The language you use per audience is also important. Active listening is about critically thinking about what someone says to you. You listen to what they have to say and what they mean, and you think about how you should interpret it. And usually with active listening, you don't think about how it affects you necessarily. It's more about what they're saying than how you feel about what they're saying. You also have to pick on the speaker's attitude, their biases, if they're making an emotional or logical argument, and others. The poster article talks about how you speak to people in a nonverbal way, I would say. You still have to think about the way you say things and like the speaker part, and you have to think about how people hear what you're saying on the poster, and then when you explain things to people, you also have to think about how you're explaining it, the best way to explain it, make sure you're not talking down to people or something like that. And when they ask questions, you listen to what they're asking, and you listen to any comments or questions they have. So my speaking competency at my internship is about when I have a problem or a question I know to ask immediately. I have to communicate a lot with people if I need something or if I can't find something. It's important to know what kind of envelopes or paper I need to use specifically for certain projects. When I'm being taught how to do something, I try to ask as many questions as I can when I'm being taught. I try not to ask like side questions like after the fact because that will take up their time. And I try to make sure I hear everything they're saying, and if I need to remember something, I'll write it down and other things like that. So my active listening part of my speaking competency is it helps me grow my confidence when speaking to people. Sometimes when I'm at work, I'm still a little nervous to ask questions, but when I'm at least at my internship, I'm very open to talking to people. If I have a question, I immediately go ask. If I need help with something, I ask for help if I can't do it myself. Most of the time I can do things myself though. But overall, my speaking competency helps my listening competency. It also helps my writing skills and being diplomatic so that I can be formal without being too informal.